Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Live. Now I'm here by myself today and everything is going wrong, and I'll be honest, I'm not the cause of it. All right, so everything's going wrong. If you've got any questions, fire them over, because otherwise you've just got me and I'm just going to be here speaking for an hour. Now, I will say as well, I've had trouble downloading stuff from YouTube. YouTube won't let us download anything, both here in the shop. Jamie's having problems, so it's obviously an issue with YouTube, which means trailers are pretty scarce. And when I did use Clip Grab, they're coming out in German, which is phenomenal. But I think I've managed, I haven't even played these yet, so these may be in German as well. We'll have to see in a moment. We'll have to see what's happening. But let me say a few hellos to Eric, Ian, Will, Danny, Scott. Congratulations, Danny. I saw you won another competition. Scott's joining us from Los Angeles. Hello, Scott. Were you at Magic Live? Did we see you at Magic Live last week, Scott? Let us know. John Williams is here. Clive's here. Yeah, so a few of you joining us. Oh, here we go. Eric was at Magic Live. Great to meet you too, my friend. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Eric, what was your favourite effects at Magic Live? Don't have to be Alakazam. What did you see that stood out to you? Let us know in chat. So guys, how has your week been? As you know, myself and Harry have been in Vegas for a week. We arrived back on Friday. I'm still suffering from jet lag, and the shop is extremely busy because Andy's off on vacation for 2 weeks. But we've got something big happening, or the start of something big happening next week. So next week we are taking delivery of something, which we are going to let you know about in the weeks to come. And this is really exciting for us, and it's going to be exciting for you, and it will get your creative juices going, and I can't wait to tell you about it. Now, I believe we're going to launch it maybe the end of this month or sometime in September, so further information will come across as and when we have it. Let's have a look. Oh, Clive, that will be great, because usually we can do it. We're only downloading our own videos, and usually we can just do it directly on YouTube, but it's not allowing us to at the moment. And I'm using Clip Grab, which I've used for years, but for some reason that's now downloading in German. So I really don't know what's happening. Oh, and we're joined by my friend in New Zealand, Maine McEwen, and Wayne is the guest on Desert Island Tricks this Friday, I believe, so make sure you listen to that. Let's see what else happened. The messages are coming in thick and fast. Oh, amazing. So, Danny, if you remember the last time we had a live, Danny joined us, said he had his first gig coming up. So he said he was on a couple of weeks ago, just about to do my first gig. Well, it went tremendously well, and I was terrified, but after a couple of tricks, got right into it. 100%, David. Did I call you Danny earlier? David. 100%. Do you know what? I'm still the same. I've been doing it for years. Before I hit the first table, my mind's just going everywhere. As soon as I get on that first table, do my first trick, boom, you're into it. And it's fantastic. So, David, let us know what was because if I remember rightly, you had quite a few tricks there. We were talking about maybe breaking them down into sets of 3 tricks. What did you find to be your go-to set for your gig? Let us know. I'll be really interested. Or if you had a couple of sets, did you mix them about a bit? Did you experiment with them to find out what got you the best reactions from your spectators? Let us know. Drop us in the chat, because this is great to be with someone that's just done their first gig, talking about it beforehand, now just doing it. I want to see, I know it went well, but let us know the set that you performed or the tricks you felt you got the best reactions for. And also, which is really interesting, is sometimes I find that if I'm at a gig and I'm trying a new effect, I will find that throughout that gig, that effect and the way I present it will slightly change, and it will change every time I do it, because I'll notice things about it or change the timing or structure or a couple of lines I say. So let us know if you had anything like that happening. That's really interesting. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, thanks a lot, Clive. Oh, Darren says he likes the look of Eject by Trick Trick Boom. Honestly, it's great. Now, for those of you that don't know, Trick Trick Boom, Noel Quarter and Roddy McGee are very, very good friends of mine. I've known Noel for probably 25 years. And this year at Magic Live, we didn't stay in the hotel, the convention hotel. We all hired an Airbnb and we stayed together. So I've been privy to Eject since its conception a couple of years ago. And it was great to finally see it. And on the Friday before the convention, when we arrived in Vegas, we were playing with it. It's really, really good. And Trick Trick Boom were on the stand next to us. And honestly, people were going crazy for Eject, absolutely crazy for it. Let's see if Eric put up what he liked there. Eric said, no comment by Astor. Do you know what? I'm a big fan of Astor. Once again, I've known Astor for many, many years through various conventions. And he always fools me as well. He's such a clever thinker. And it was quite a brave move, actually, because Astor, that usually has 5 or 6 great effects with him, only took 1 effect to Magic Live. Now, I never got to see it live because we were so busy on the stand. But he's always clever. Oh, and you also picked up Elimination Experiment. That's one of my favourites. I love him performing that. Eric, did you happen to see, it was on SEO's stand, a trick called Dice Prediction? That was the only thing I purchased for myself when I was in Magic Live, was the Dice Prediction from SEO Magic. In fact, I loved it so much, I got in touch with the manufacturer when we got back, and we've ordered them in. I think we've got the UK exclusive on them. And they're coming in later on this week. So let me know if you saw that, because I loved it and I picked it up. And the reason I got to hear about it, so I didn't have time to walk about, was Magic Ballet, who once again is a very good friend of mine, has been for years, came up and said, Peter, you've got to go check this out. It's fantastic. And I know Magic purchased one. And I bought one site, you know, as soon as I went over and saw it, I said, I've got to have one. It was phenomenal. So let me know if you saw that. Right, here we go. David said, My 6 go-to tricks were X marks the spot off Unlimited, fantastic version of Chicago Opener by Matthew Dowden. And Matthew Dowden's Anniversary Waltz, once again, beautiful handling, probably one of the best handlings of Anniversary Waltz out there. Big Reaction, Get Smarty, Random 2 and Eliminator. Strong tricks. Strong tricks. So, David, did you find, actually, refresh my memory, if this was a gig where people were at tables, so you've gone in, there's 10 tables, you've got to do the tables, how many tricks did you find yourself doing per table? Did you stay there and do all 6? Or did you do a couple, move on and come back? Let us know, because it's interesting. Oh, thank you very much, Clive. Eric said Magic made his hair disappear. Do you know what? He looks so much younger. And also, Eric reminds me of one of my brothers to look at. My brother, he was a few years older than me. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years, but every time I look at Magic, I just see my brother's face. He really looks like my brother, and he's got the same sort of hyper personality as well. Yeah, I love Magic. He's such a good guy to be around. Let me have a look here. I don't know what that is. Let me see. Okay, so guys, if you want to know what this dice effect is, it's called Dice Prediction. We've got them coming in, they're already on their way, so fingers crossed they're going to be in by the end of the week or early next week. Now, for those of you that remember the trick Frozen in Time, which was an effect that was out 25, 30 years ago, it looks similar to that. So it's a similar sort of plaque with the photograph in it and everything else. But the difference is it's not in a case. So let me explain this to you. When I walked up there, the photo was facing away from me. And the guy behind the counter handed me what looked like a transparent casino dice. Okay, so transparent casino dice and a little tiny wooden dice box. And he said, put the dice behind your back and mix it up. So I mixed it up. And he said, while it's still behind your box, he handed me your back, he handed me the box. He said, pop the dice in the box so no one knows what number's facing up, which I did. He now handed me the lid. He said, put the lid on the box and bring the box out. Now, he never touched the box again. And he said there wasn't really any presentation, I'll be honest with you, because it was SEO Magic. They show you the trick and that's it. I've got a presentation for it, but he said, turn around the picture. When I turned around the picture, it was a picture of sort of some playing cards, a bit of magician's rope and a few other bits. And sitting in the middle is the dice box with the number facing up and the number 6 or whatever it might be. You lift the lid off the box and it's the same number. Honestly, it's phenomenal. I fell in love with it the moment I saw it. But they are, oh, David said he was doing 3 tricks per table. The 3 different, yeah, it was about 10 tables. Yeah, great. I'm really glad you enjoyed it, David. It is nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking, but, you know, it's fun. Al Prendo said, how expensive is Vegas now? Yeah, you better believe it. I mean, it's like water in the casinos for a bottle is $6. I think the drinks are something like $15, $16 a drink. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. by any stretch of the imagination. Let me have a look here. Oh, David, I know it's a bit far from Newcastle, but mate, make a weekend of it. The convention's on the Saturday. On the Friday evening, we're meeting up in the convention location. Now, something's going to be happening, something may be happening on the Friday. Worst case scenario, you'll get to hang out with us, the artists that will be there the next day. You can have a magic jam with us and everything else. So that's on the Friday. The Saturday is the convention, and the Sunday, we're opening the shop. Now, we've only got a small shop, so we might have to work something out if there's a lot of people that want to come. But we're opening the shop from 10 till 2 on the Sunday. And also, we got the big designer outlet, so if you're coming down with someone that wants to do some shopping while you're at Alakazam shop on Sunday, that's open as well. It'll be a great weekend. Honestly, if you can come down, come down. Have you been to a convention before? Let us know. Danny Ragg said he's coming down from Newcastle. Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. We're so looking forward to it. Right, Magic Man said, was Vegas quiet? Everyone said, everyone is saying no one is going. Now, I didn't feel it at all. I didn't feel it was any quieter at all. But I did speak to a few of my friends that have shows out in Vegas, and they said it is definitely down. I think some person said to me 6%, someone said 60%. Walking along the strip and walking in the casinos, I didn't really notice it, but a lot of people were saying that tourism is down. But it's not surprising because it is getting very, very expensive. I remember the first time I went to Vegas, and I am going back now probably 30 years, the first time I went to Vegas. Things were different. You know, they wanted to attract you into the hotel. So all the hotels had restaurants that were pretty much subsidized. You know, they would have these big signs outside, come inside, have a steak dinner. It was $15 or $10. And they would do anything to get you inside that casino, because obviously once you're there, they're hoping you're going to gamble and everything else. Nowadays, that's all gone. Everything is very, very expensive. I remember going out there, and this was the first time I'd been back in a while, probably when Harry was 15 or 16. Me and Jenny took Harry and Holly, and we were doing a little trip around America. And I remember going to Caesars. We were staying in Caesars, and I went down for breakfast with Jenny and the two kids. And it was a breakfast buffet. They used to, and I think the first time I did the breakfast buffet, it was $10. And I went down there this time and I said, oh, $4 for the breakfast buffet. Cost me $220. But I will say, that taken into account, I will say that when you went in there, it wasn't a breakfast buffet. You could have had a Chinese meal, you could have had an Indian meal, you could have had a roast dinner, you could have had, you know, lobster. I mean, it was everything. It's a bit overkill for breakfast, but they did have everything. So when you take that into consideration, it probably isn't that much. But the fact that you only want to grab some breakfast, $55, you know, is quite a lot of money. Oh. Yeah, tiny URLs are a little bit funny. It's probably some sort of torrent site, Clive. Will said, will we be open the last Saturday this month? As far as I'm aware, we are, yeah. As far as I'm aware, we are. Dave, yes, you only pay for the Saturday. So the Saturday is the convention day. So you're paying for obviously all 4 lectures, and you're getting to watch the evening show, and you can walk around the dealers. We don't know how many dealers there's not going to be a huge amount because of obviously the location we're in. But that ticket, your Saturday tickets, get you entry to everything. At the moment, we're not sure if anything is going to happen on the Friday that you need to pay for, or whether we're just going to do it as a bit of a hangout session. But we will let people that have purchased a ticket know if there's going to be anything on the Friday that you can, as an option for you to pay for, a pay for event. But we'll probably just do a hangout on the Friday, and the Sunday, obviously there's no charge to come to the shop. You're more than welcome to come in and see us. But yeah, you're paying for the Saturday. It's £75 for a ticket. And I will say, we've probably got less than 15 tickets left. We've already upgraded to the next biggest screen. There's only one more screen above this, and that will allow us an extra 30 tickets, I think. So we cannot sell that many more. Oh, Will, it would be good to see you, mate. Right, David Smith. Right, I know there are many cards to wallets out there, but which one would you recommend as the first to get? I'm not great with palming yet. 100% down, I would say get the F1 Nitro. And Eric may have seen me or Harry performing this at Magic Live. I've got a nice routine combining the F1 Nitro and the Extractor, which I was doing at Magic Live. But the F1 Nitro is the cleanest no palm card to wallet you will ever see or use, and it is so easy to do. In fact, I believe not last week's review show, because that had Wayne Goodman on it. I believe the week before we actually done a little review of it. But 100% hands down, get the F1 Nitro. Guys, right, I am going to play a little trailer, and then we'll come back. Now, this is a brand new effect. We had it at Magic. We had it at Magic Live. We had it at Blackpool this year. It was a complete sellout. We're just officially releasing it today. Sorry, I'm getting all my words mixed up. So let's take a little look at this. It's on the site now, and you can pick yours up.
I'm Harry from Alakazam, and we are so excited to announce that we have partnered up again with Nicholas Mavresis to bring you another miracle. This one is nostalgia. Now, these are toys that you may have had growing up, all right? So all different toys. Now, there'll be 2 of each because we're going to play Snap. Which pile do you want to use? This one or this one? You're going to use it. Yeah, pick it out then and give them a mix up for me. I'll take them back, and I'm going to start dealing them down to the table. Whatever you want, say stop. This one or this one? Okay, pick it up, have a look. Remember it for me. Do you know what that is? Okay, put it in there and then give them a mix as well. Nostalgia made its debut in Blackpool 2025, and it was a complete sellout. Since then, it's been exclusively available from the Alakazam Magic shop. Now, the entire team love performing this so much, it's actually become one of our go-to performance pieces whenever someone walks through those doors. So now you're thinking of a toy, right?
Yes.
Did you have this toy growing up?
Yes.
You did, okay, that was quite a quick yes. I assume you had it, but also maybe a lot of it, not just one of it, right? All different ones. Like push like maybe like a little toy car or something. Is it a toy car? Is it like a rocking horse or something? It was a rocking horse. Awesome, okay. Now we'll try something different here. Okay, we're going to give them a mix, and now we play the psychic snap. Okay, now it's the psychic snap. So deal the cards down to the table one at a time, face down. Yep. And they don't have to come from the top, they can come from the middle, the bottom, whatever. Whenever you want, just stop. Yeah, that's fine. Pass the cards along. Can you give them a mix for me, Kim? Give them a mix. And then again, deal them down. They don't have to come from the top. Wherever you want, they can come from. Bottom, middle, whatever. And whenever you want, stop. Whatever cards he has left, we'll get rid of. Okay? So, I'll get rid of them. Finally, pick up the pile of cards for me. And then deal them just 1, 2, 1, 2. Alternate piles. Perfect. And go the whole way. This is the game of Snap, okay? Remember, we've shuffled, we've cut, we've mixed. Everything has been completely random. Take a hold of your top card. Take a hold of yours. Don't look at yours just yet. They're also going to look at, that's fine. Okay, so do you know what that is? You do, okay. What is that? Let's have a look. Like a music box. Inside here, I've got a prediction. Watch. Hopefully. A little like music box, was that it? Yes. It was. We were playing Psychic Snap though. We dealt, we shuffled, we mixed. If you've matched that card in a music box, that's insane. Do the honours. If that matches, that would be incredible, right? Yep. Do the honours, turn it over. And yours is music box? Yeah. Okay, right, just pretend they match. Okay, right, sorry about that. I'm joking, they do match because come in close, so if I just give it a turn.
That's crazy, that's good.
A perfect match and a Pink Panther feature. There you go.
Now what you saw there was the hero routine and we absolutely love it. But Nostalgia can do so much more than that. We supply you with different cards to do ESP matchup routines, you can do mind reading, you can do so much with the Nostalgia project. My name's Harry and we are super excited to announce finally that Nostalgia is out now.
There it is, Nostalgia. These are in stock. They are shipping out now. And you get everything in there. You get the music box, the bag, you get the cards. And like Harry said, we supply some extra cards for a really nice matchup routine. But even if you want to perform like a really nice drawing dupe with kids' toys and everything else, you can do it because the cards are marked and they're beautifully marked, easy to read. Yeah, it's a great effect. It's been one of our favourite in-store dems since Blackpool, and it's yeah, so good. I've got a full uncut performance I'll play for you in a moment. In about 10 minutes, we'll take a look at the uncut performance. So, guys, yeah, if you've got anything you want to ask, send it over to us. David, thank you very much for the comment. The Alakazam are the best. So let me close that down. That's good. So let's see what. Damien said, picking up Nostalgia today. You will love it. It's so good. Once again, clever Mavresis thinking. Now, Nicholas did have this trick out earlier this year, but it wasn't called Nostalgia. It had another name and it only come with one set of the cards. But as usual with Alakazam, we look at the routine, we pretty much change quite a bit of it. So the core routine's the same, but we've added a second pack of cards which makes sense to that Psychic Snap type presentation. We added 5 blueback cards in as well, so you can do that ESP matchup routine. So you get a lot more for your money in this version than you did in Nicholas's previous version. Archie said, if you could recommend just one trick, not cards or mentalism, that works in a lot of situations and gets great reactions, what would that be? Are you based in the UK or the US, Archie? Let me know. If it was in the UK, I would probably say confusing coins will work in almost any situation, not stage because it's not big enough. But walk around, mix and mingle, if you're at a close-up gig, if you're impromptu at a party, whatever it is, and it's always in your pocket. Mine's always in my pocket. It's genuinely in my pocket now, probably. There you go. Right there. So mine's always on me, ready to go. So that's what I would recommend. It's a coin trick, easy to do, and it just gets such good reactions, and it looks impromptu. Wherever you do it, it looks like you're just doing it with coins out of your pocket. Highly, highly recommended. Darren Bain. What's going on with focus? Yeah, it is a Nicholas one. He did have it out before. Like I said, we supply a lot more in this box than you would have got with Nicholas's original. So this, you get 2 sets of the cards and everything else. I'm not sure if the cards have been redesigned. I think they have. I think we got AD to redesign them. Let me have a look. You might be able to confirm this, Darren. So these are the cards here. So in our set, you get 5 blue back cards, so you can do a matchup. The rest of the cards are brown backed, but you also get 2 sets of the cards. And if I show you, I'll show you the live performance, and it allows me to do something very, very nice at the beginning, which is I explain about the deck being a snap deck. So it comes in a box that looks like a game of Snap. So you can use this box in your performance to hold all your cards. But it comes in that box, and I explain it's a game of Snap. So I explain it's got 2 sets of the cards, and I split them into 2, and I say, whichever set you choose, that's the one we'll use, pick them up and shuffle them. Now, that allows me to have the second set of cards set up for the final reveal. So now when they think back to it, they believe they've shuffled everything. It's so nice. It adds a really nice touch to the routine as well. Oh, Darren Bain said, have you got any Euro confusing coins? We've only got the UK confusing coins at the moment. We are looking at getting Euros. Bob said, will you be getting any more Coin Unique Pros? I believe we've got another 50 coming in maybe at the end of next week, but then that will be it for a while because Roy's working on something else for us. But we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we will soon have a constant stock of coin uniques. Now, Roy Cooper's, being a fantastic coin engineer, doesn't really make anything with UK coins. A lot of it's American coins. So coin uniques are very new to Roy, because in America they tend to use Scotch and soda, which is isn't a magnetically fitting coin. It's actually a friction fit where you need the bang ring to get the coin out. So this was completely new to him. He made these £2 2p's for us. And I tell you what, they are beautiful. They really, really are lovely. And if you've ever seen a £2 2p, you can usually see maybe a bit of an extra rim going around the £2. There's nothing like that in this. There's no rattle. It's a beautiful, beautiful gimmick. And they sold out in a couple of hours. We had 50 in yesterday. We sent the email out and they all went. So we're now out of stock, but we have got more coming in. And David said, wallet tricks look great, but what tricks could you do with the F1 Nitro? Now the F1 Nitro, I teach a lot of card tricks with it using the no palm feature. But the F1 Nitro has also got the Assassin Peak built in. So you can also do drawing duplications, you can do mind reading routines. There's a lot you can do with it that we explain on the videos. But the card routines I go to on there are sort of different to, some of them are pretty standard, some of them are very different to what you would expect from a wallet. I did have, I don't think I've still got it, to be fair. Let me have a look here. Hang on 1 second. It's not. Oh, is it? No. There is a video, if you look on YouTube, I'm going to try and find it and connect it to the products. If you do a search on our YouTube channel for 3 tricks with the F1, and I do 3 card tricks on there, but I teach a lot more on the project, but you'll see how versatile the tricks are and how different they are. Not really, Scott. It's not designed for heirloom. There's not enough pockets in it, I don't think, really. Charlie Magic said, do you have a store in the US? We don't have a physical store, but we do have a warehouse unit, and we have Chris James out there. So it is Alakazam. It's not a drop shipper. It is us. You place your order with us. And if you're in the US, it instantly notifies Chris and tags Chris in the order, and then your order will be shipped from our US warehouse. So there's no worries about expensive postage, unexpected tariffs or custom charges. It will ship from California. Tempe 2p, we might have a look at doing the hop in halves, Mark, but in all honesty, Mark, if you're looking at getting a hop in halves or confusing coins, I would go for the £2 2p. I think it's just a far better set, a lot better. And Charlie, just to let you know, there isn't a separate website for the US, just order from the UK website, but your order ships from the US. Right, so I think we should have a look at the full uncut performance of Nostalgia, and then I'm gonna, while we're doing it, I'm gonna try and find the video for F1. So let's take a look at this. So, Jack and Alex, I was speaking to you earlier, and you were saying that you like playing games. You were talking about Scrabble and things like that. One of the games that I really enjoyed when I was growing up, and I presume we've all played it, was Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, very simple game, and I picked these up in a shop while me and Jenny were away, and it was Nostalgia Memory Snap game. So I liked it because it was a game of Snap, but it was all with toys that we had when we were growing up. I'm a bit older than you two, but I had quite a few of these. And also there's something else in this bag. It's not so much what it is, it's what it represents, but we'll get back to that a bit later. So seeing as this is a game of Snap, there's 2 of each card in here, but we only need 1 set for the first bit here. So Jack, you're going to choose what set we use. So do you want to use this one or this one?
This one.
Okay, take them and give them a shuffle. And tell me when you're you can have a look through them as well, just make sure they are all different. And when you're happy they're shuffled and I couldn't possibly know the order, I'll take them back. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to deal them down onto the table. Anytime you want, you just say stop.
Stop.
Do you want to stop here or here? Okay. Do you know what that toy is?
Yes.
I'll show both of you. You know? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put it back. I'm not going to look at anything. Just give them another mix-up for me. Is this a toy that you've played with?
Yes, actually.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to imagine what it's like to be playing with this toy. Okay, this is something that I presume you're concentrating a lot on while you're playing it. It's a modern-ish toy.
Yeah.
Was it a Game Boy?
Yes, it was.
It was the Game Boy. Okay, this is perfect. I'll tell you what, we'll try something else. For this, we'll use both sets, and we'll give these mix up as well. We'll get these both together, so we'll get you both involved in this. Sure. So, Jack, take hold of the cards. Can you start dealing a face-down pile onto the table? And whenever you want, you can stop. But the cards don't have to just come from the top. They can come from the middle. You can give those another shuffle or a cut, or they could come from the bottom. But we want to end up with a pile on the table, and the pile we don't want will be left in your hand. Okay? Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're going to play a game of Psychic Snap. So pick up these cards. And I want you to deal one card face down to your dad, one to you, and keep going until you're out of cards. Okay, happy?
Yeah.
Okay, take the top card, don't look at it. Take the top card, don't look at it. We will get rid of these. Now, Jack, just have a look at your card for a moment. Now, this is what we call a game of Psychic Snap. Remember at the beginning I brought this bag out. What is it you've got there, Jack?
Tell you?
Yeah,
A music box.
a little music box. Inside this bag, there is one thing, and that is a little music box, which is a perfect little prediction. But this was a game of Psychic Snap, and Snap's all about getting two things that match. Turn over your card. What have you got?
Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther. And like I said at the beginning, it's not so much what this is what it represents. I think we found the perfect match. And that is nostalgia.
Okay, Jen, I'm going to show you something using one of these. You've seen me do prediction effects before.
I have.
Now, most of the time, if I'm trying to predict a card, I use one of these. Not many magicians have got these. They're very expensive, and they're really hard to come by. They're called phantom cards. Take a look at it. Now, at the moment, it's just got a blank face.
Right.
But there's something very special these phantom cards do. I always keep them safe in my wallet, so if I can get that back in there. Like so. We'll leave that there. We'll come back to it in a moment. What I need you to do for me is, so I can show you how this works, is I need you to pick a card. Now, I'm not going to do it the standard way. I'm actually going to get you just to name any card, so you know it's a totally free choice, actually. So you know it's a totally free choice, so anyone you like.
Okay. 9 of clubs.
9 of clubs, good choice. Do me a favour, if you take the pen, just sign your name across the face of the 9 of clubs, big and bold. And the reason I get people to sign cards is just in case a lot of people actually forget what card they picked. So as long as it's got your signature, we'll know it's yours, okay? Now, bearing in mind, you could have chose any card. You could have had a 10 of diamonds, a jack of spades, the 8 of clubs, the 2 of clubs, the queen of hearts, any of those. But the phantom card actually plays a big part now because you chose the card. It was a totally free choice. Yeah? There's no way I could have made you pick that card. So at the moment, the card in here, remember it's got a blue back to it. Your card had a red back, but this card is actually taking on the guise of your chosen playing card. It's still got its blue back, but take it out and have a look at the face and show it to the camera.
Oh, it's mine. Well done.
And that is the phantom card. Chris, inside my wallet here, actually in the zipper compartment, I've written a prediction. Okay, it's a prediction of a playing card. Just as a little visual aid, we're going to use a deck of cards. and I want you to think of any playing card. Don't let anything we've done before influence you in any way. But first of all, I just want you to think of the suit for me.
Okay.
Okay, so what suit are you thinking of?
Thinking of hearts.
You're thinking of a heart. Okay. Most people, when they think of a card, they actually think of the ace. You're not thinking of the ace, are you?
Not thinking of the ace.
Okay,
No.
what's the value you're thinking of?
I'm thinking of the 3 of hearts.
The 3 of hearts? Okay, you sure you don't want a 4?
No, definitely
You want 3 of hearts, definitely. You don't want to change your mind?
No.
Perfect. Now, remember I said I wrote a prediction.
Yes.
It's actually inside my wallet, as I said. Now, you could have picked any one of the cards.
Yes.
But in my zipper compartment here, I've written the number 3.
Oh,
I've written the word of
nice.
and the word hearts. 3 of hearts. You never really
Fabulous.
had any choice. Chris, we're going to try a little experiment in telepathy.
Okay.
Inside my wallet here, I've got what's called a target card. Okay, I'm going to try and transmit psychically or telepathically the value of that card to you. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do it in stages, which I think actually makes it easier for you to receive. So the first stage is I'm going to try and transmit the value of the card. It can be anything ace through king. So first of all, I'm going to transmit the value. I'm thinking of it now. What value comes into mind?
7.
It's a 7. Okay. Now, is it a red 7 or a black 7?
Red 7.
It's a red 7.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, bearing in mind, you could have chose any one of 52 playing cards.
Yeah.
What 7 are you thinking of?
7 of diamonds.
7 of diamonds.
Yes.
And you could have chose any one of those. Yeah? But you chose the 7 of diamonds. It was a totally free choice.
Yes.
And you could have chose any one of these cards.
Yes.
Remember I showed you at the beginning the blue back card that was in there?
Yes.
My target card has been, and always is,
Hey, 7 of diamonds. Excellent.
and that is any full top card in wallet.
So there you go. I did sort of go straight to that because I got it online. I didn't know how to get it back if I lost it, so I thought we'd go straight into that. So that's the F1. That was, you know, 3 effects that feel completely different. Obviously you wouldn't do them one after another, but it just shows you the type of effects you can do with it. And you can see from that there's no physical control as such, so I'm not having to do anything secret, no passing or double undercuts or anything else. Everything's very much in the open, and the speed of that load is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So that is the F1 Nitro wallet. If you've got any questions, oh, the other thing I will say about the F1 as well is, you know, you can have a deck in play, you're getting it shuffled, you're doing this, you're doing your ambitious card, doing everything else, and at one point you bring your wallet out and you say, look, I've got my wallet here, can you just keep an eye on it? And you put it down on the table. And now at any point you go into your cards wallet and it's going to appear in the wallet. It's honestly, it's fantastic. And after you've done it, you're now left with a clean deck again, which once again is great. It's a proper worker. It's not a one-trick pony. It's a proper worker. You can bring it into play when you want, and it cleans up after you. It's such a good wallet. Any questions about that or nostalgia? Shoot them over, or in fact anything else that we've seen. I wanted to drop the trailer as well, but I can't get it unless you want it in German, of the Leviosa phone, because that was something else, came out when we were in Magic Live. I believe Joel Miranda sold out a bit there. A lot of the big names were buying that. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Oh, there was another trick I saw there. I didn't buy it because it was quite expensive and I don't think I'd ever use it, but it was pretty phenomenal. There's a guy goes up, he's got a box on the table, a white box with a ribbon around it, and he says, I've got something in this box, just name any animal. So you could name any animal, let's say giraffe. He says, oh, open the box for me, tell me what's inside. So when you open the box, you see lots of those little packing peanuts, you know, the things that look like What's-Its crisps, loads of those. When you move them away, there's an Etch-a-Sketch, the old kids' toy. And when you lift it up and have a look at it, or he lifts it up and shows you, there's a picture of a giraffe on it. Now, I think I could probably guess what a lot of you are guessing as the method. So if you've got an idea what the method is, let me know. I mean, it's phenomenal. The old brown one, was that the Park Lane or something? I think it's right. Okay, everyone who's thinking about this this Etch-a-Sketch was exactly the method I came up with. But let me tell you, you're wrong. You can instantly give that Etch-a-Sketch away and there's nothing wrong with it. You can give it out as a gift. But I'm not going to tell you what the method is. I do know what the method is. I didn't see it in action. Someone told me. I'm not going to let you know. But it was phenomenal, but it was very expensive. But it was great. I just wanted to share it. So it was just a great bit of thinking. Right, so Danny Ragg, the Park Lane. So it's pretty much the same in mythology. And the same in design. The new brown one is actually the Crazy Horse brown, which is beautiful, but the mechanics are the same as what you've got. Ponder Pond said, have we talked about no risk ring on shoe? No, we haven't. I didn't get to see that. Has anyone got that? No risk ring on shoe? Has anyone picked that up? If you have, let us know what you think. We've only got 5 minutes left, which is great, because I need an afternoon nap, I think. So yeah, if anyone, I'll tell you who I got to meet so many great people while we were out in Vegas. And one thing that really took me aback was Chris Kenner coming up to the stand and just saying how much he loves our stuff, how much he loves the way we teach the material. I mean, I've been a fan of Chris Kenner's for years, and to hear that really put me on a high, you know. Mark, yeah, for no risk ring on shoe, you will. I think I know part of the method, and 100% you have to wear trousers. Yeah, Danny, the Crazy Horse F1 is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I don't think we've got any left. I think we've got more coming in, but the Crazy Horse is lovely. So before we wrap up, has anyone got anything they'd like to ask or like to say in the chat? Like I said, there's a few things. Yeah, Copperfield was there, Blaine was there, Justin Willman was there. Like literally anyone that's anyone in Magic is usually there, especially if they're, you know, living in America. Magic Live's probably the main convention out there. So you do get everyone. Everyone you could imagine, really. Yeah, it's such a great convention, and it's not a big convention. When you consider how big Blackpool is at like 5,000 people, Magic Live is probably 700 or 800. It's not a big convention at all, and it doesn't feel like a big convention. You don't feel lost in there. If anyone, you know, is thinking of going out there, I'd recommend it. We would certainly be a dealer there every year if we could be. I know Stan wants to change it up a bit, so he may not. We might be invited this year, but might not be invited next year, and might be back the year after or whatever. Stan's got this idea that he wants to mix up the dealers. I don't get that. I think people go and they know who they like to see there, but it's not my convention, it's Stan's, and he makes a decision. But hopefully we'll be there. There are shows. I don't think there's competitions. We don't get to see anything, Dean. Literally, we're dealing all day. We don't get to see anything. We don't have access to anything. It's more lectures. I think there are shows, but it's more lectures. Let me see. Clive, what do you mean, what is my favourite trick? As like all-time favourite trick, or favourite trick to perform? Because, you know, probably my all-time favourite trick will be something I don't perform, but something I admire that someone else does. But if it's my all-time favourite trick to perform, it's probably, and it's a hard one, but it's probably the Extractor. I must have performed the Extractor 50 plus times at Magic Live. And all I do when I'm demming the Extractor, I don't do a long routine. I do my quick fire card to pocket routine, and it fools everyone. I mean, you know, doesn't matter what level the magician, if they haven't seen an Extractor before, it will fool them. It fooled David Blaine, it fooled David Copperfield, it fooled Richard Sanders, it fooled David Stone. It's just such an incredible device. Mick says, Peter, why don't we see the Extractor so little performed, or why do we see the Extractor so little performed? It's the best gimmick I've ever bought. You're right, you are right. But I think the thing is with the Extractor, I think the Extractor is a utility. So people use it for different things. So it's not like buying a trick and performing it on YouTube and everything else. The Extractor's a utility, so I think that's probably why you don't see a lot of performances of it, because people tend to use it, they have a routine they want to use it for, and that's what they use it for. Now, you know, the Extractor, I don't gig that much anymore, but when I do gig, it's always on me, and it's there. The beauty of the Extractor is the fact that I can ring it in at any point during my set. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. I can be doing Ambitious Card, I can be doing Chicago Open, or I could be doing anything I wanted. And if I think to myself, do you know what, I'm going to hit with Extractor, I can just ring it in. And it's that's why I love it so much. And I know I'm going to kill them with some powerful routine. You know, if it's strong enough to fool the best names in Magic, then it will fry your spectators, absolutely fry your spectators. Well, honestly, mate, if you are coming on the 30th and you want me to run through the Extractor with you, I will give you a one-on-one lesson, without a shadow of a doubt. And I just want to say, right? A big shout out to my very good friend, Mr. Jonathan Fox. Now, for those of you that don't know, the Extractor was created by myself and Rob Bromley many years ago. And Rob was the only one that could make this thing. He's the only one that did make this thing. And unfortunately, Rob Bromley passed away a couple of years ago. And at that point, I was under the impression that the Extractor, Sharpie through card, all these classic Bromley gimmicks would be no more. I thought, unfortunately, they would go with Rob. Now, Alakazam owned the rights to a lot of Rob's products. Now, there are some products that haven't even been released yet that are Rob Bromley's that we own the rights to. Things like the deck penetration, which will be coming back at some point. But we own the rights to that. But I was under the impression that we would never be able to make Extractors again. We would never be able to make STCs again. And John Fox is a good friend of mine. He is an incredible card gaffer. If you want things like the best mental photography deck you've ever seen, the best stripper deck you've ever seen, John Fox is your man. But we speak just as friends, probably on a weekly basis, and we were discussing these things, and I mentioned to him about the Extractor and, you know, such a shame. And he said, well, let me have a pop. Let me see if I can make it. And I'll tell you, you've got to give it to him, because John worked really hard at this, and there was a lot of trial and error, and he worked hard and he nailed it. The Extractor that John has produced is killer. The new STCs you've got, which in my mind are of equal quality of Bromley's, and I never ever thought I would say that about a gimmick. I never thought I'd say it, because I've seen other people attempt to make a Sharpie through card and they are awful, like absolutely awful. But John has knocked it out the park. If you've got an STC, you're going to know the quality of John's work. And once again, STC, there were so many times that John was creating prototypes, and even the things like the glue that was used. I remember the first batch of STCs John sent me, and something had happened to them in transit, and it was the glue. So then it was research on, 20 odd different glues to find out which one does the job properly and everything else. So my job's easy. I just sell them. This is the guy you need to thank, because he's the one that sits there making them. I don't. I just take the praise and go, yeah, it's great, isn't it? And while he sits there for 2 hours or 3 hours making each individual Extractor unit, it's a lot of work. So big shout out to my good friend John Fox. Without him, the Bromley legend would have gone. But John's making sure that we've got it up to the Bromley standard, which is, and I wouldn't have been happy to release it, and John knows this. I said it to him before he even attempted work. I said, John, if we can't get them to the same standard, they won't be coming out. And John knew that, and luckily John's a perfectionist, and yeah, we got it to that standard. So there's your man. And if you want a gaff deck made, go see John. He's incredible. Let me have a look. Right, let me have a look. Oh, John Archer, thank you, John. Idiom is an effect we've got coming out in a couple of months, actually. John, I will try and call you about it maybe tomorrow, or if I've got my idiom at home, otherwise I've got to go to the lockup and grab one. Because I just want to, later on stage on, I'm going to send you something on Messenger. Take a look at it, because this is sort of the key to that routine. I'm going to send you it on Messenger after we finish here. Right. Drew, mate, I can't believe you haven't got an E2, Drew. I can't believe it after all this time. So, anyway, it is time for me to go. Phil Evans, E2 is a prop I couldn't do without. And I'll tell you what, took it to Magic Live, sold out at Magic Live. So, yep, that's it, guys. That's it from me. Thank you so much for keeping me company. I know I've been rambling for an hour because it's only me. Usually, I've got Goodman here who don't shut up, or Harry. Both of them could talk for Britain. But I've just had to sort of think of things to say. But you guys have kept me company. You've asked the questions. You've kept me on topic. I'm going to leave you again with the Nostalgia Fall performance, and I don't believe we've got any academies or anything happening this week, but we are going to be announcing the next ones really soon. Remember, if you're not a member of Unlimited, go check it out. You get a 7-day free trial. And remember, pick up your Nostalgia. We've got them in both the UK and the US ready to ship. So if you order from the US, it will be going out for you today. Right, guys, thank you very much. I will see you next Tuesday. So, Jack and Alex, I was speaking to you earlier, and you were saying that you like playing games. You were talking about Scrabble and things like that. One of the games that I really enjoyed when I was growing up, and I presume we've all played it, was Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, very simple game. And I picked these up in a shop while me and Jenny were away, and it was Nostalgia Memory Snap game. So I liked it because it was a game of Snap, but it was all with toys that we had when we were growing up. I'm a bit older than you two, but I had quite a few of these. And also there's something else in this bag. It's not so much what it is, it's what it represents, but we'll get back to that a bit later. So seeing as this is a game of Snap, there's 2 of each card in here, but we only need 1 set for the first bit here. So Jack, you're going to choose what set we use. So do you want to use this one or this one?
This one.
Okay, take them and give them a shuffle. And tell me when you're you can have a look through them as well, just make sure they are all different. And when you're happy they're shuffled and I couldn't possibly know the order, I'll take them back. Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to deal them down onto the table. Anytime you want, you just say stop.
Stop.
Do you want to stop here or here? Okay. Do you know what that toy is?
Yes.
I'll show both of you. You know? Yep.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to put it back. I'm not going to look at anything. Just give them another mix-up for me. Is this a toy that you've played with?
Yes, actually.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to imagine what it's like to be playing with this toy. Okay, this is something that I presume you're concentrating a lot on while you're playing it. It's a modern-ish toy.
Yeah.
Was it the Game Boy?
Yes, it was.
It was the Game Boy. Okay, this is perfect. I'll tell you what, we'll try something else. For this, we'll use both sets. And we'll give these mix up as well. We'll get these both together. So we'll get you both involved in this. Sure. So, Jack, take hold of the cards. Can you start dealing a face down pile onto the table? And whenever you want, you can stop. But the cards don't have to just come from the top. They can come from the middle. You can give those another shuffle or a cut, or they could come from the bottom. But we want to end up with a pile on the table, and the pile we don't want will be left in your hand. Okay? Happy?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we're going to play a game of Psychic Snap. So pick up these cards. And I want you to deal one card face down to your dad, one to you, and keep going until you're out of cards. Okay, happy?
Yeah.
Okay, take the top card, don't look at it. Take the top card, don't look at it. We will get rid of these. Now, Jack, just have a look at your card for a moment. Now, this is what we call a game of Psychic Snap. Remember at the beginning I brought this bag out? What is it you've got there, Jack?
Tell you?
Yeah,
A music box.
a little music box. Inside this bag, there is one thing, and that is a little music box, which is a perfect little prediction. But this was a game of Psychic Snap, and Snap's all about getting two things that match. Turn over your card. What have you got?
Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther. And like I said at the beginning, it's not so much what this is what it represents. I think we found the perfect match. And that is nostalgia.